You are in the market, you are shipping freight, you have a transportation spend, and it's time to negotiate with your carriers. Where do you start? So step one is your team. So internally, who's going to be the team working through this carrier sourcing strategy? So the first thing that comes to mind is your transportation team, right? And maybe you call it your logistics team. But your team that's working with the carriers day in and day out. The other team you want to think about is your finance team, right? They absolutely have a hand in your transportation program. So you want to bring that in early on. And then your warehouse. Your warehouse team is in the floor, preparing freight, receiving freight. They absolutely need to be a part of this carrier sourcing partnership program. And then there's your procurement team, right? So you have folks in procurement or purchasing, and they're actually buying products for inbound that's coming in, right? And believe it or not, you also want to consider your customer service team. Now, you may have some pretty stringent requirements on deliveries for carriers. Nobody knows those better than your customer service teams. They are working with your customers every day, and they usually have a really good handle on what the expectation is for deliveries to your customers. So you want to get that team included as well. And lastly, and always usually forgotten or not brought in until the very end, is your IT team. And they are critical to the success of a carrier sourcing strategy. Why? Because if you're doing this right, you're in some kind of digital environment as it relates to purchase orders and sales orders, as it relates to carrier tracking and carrier invoicing. You should be doing some of that digitally, if not all of it. And with that becomes an IT requirement. So they need to be involved. And don't wait to involve these people. A lot of mistakes we see made is that transportation and logistics will go out for RFP, and one, they start with price, which is wrong, and two is they keep it in their department the entire time. They decide who the carriers are, and then they start having these discussions with the rest of the departments that touch freight, and there's confusion and there's conflict, and implementing that program becomes 10 times harder for you. So really get that team established, get them established up front, and don't just think transportation and logistics. Next is data. Do you have it? Please say you do, because it's critical. You need data. You need shipment level data. So when I say shipment level data, this is what I mean. You want to see ship date. You want to see shipper name, shipper address, shipper city, state, zip. Same with where it's going. You want to see the consignee, the name, the address, the city, state, zip, right? You want to know the weight of that shipment. If you're shipping in an LTL mode, you want to know the freight class of that shipment. This all needs to be outlined in the data. It's really, really important. And the other thing you want to see in that data, what are you shipping? What is the description of your products? If you can get that at the shipment level data, you're going to be in really great shape when it comes to measuring your performance, your carrier's performance, and getting a really good strategy put together. And next up, what are your service requirements? And a lot of times this also becomes an afterthought. And I'm telling you, if you can pull this team together in the beginning, wait till you see what happens to your service requirement. It's going to be terrific because you have all players in your organization who some shape, form touch freight. They're going to help you build this service requirements document. You know, the transportation and logistics department, they may be thinking about, let's say, payment terms, right? Well, I need 30-day terms. But the finance team is going to tell them, look, this is a requirement that you as the carrier need to have, which is, I need an EDI transmission for the freight bill, and I need some API technology to manage a tender and a rate, right? And maybe the customer service team they're going to need some API technology for track and trace, or they're going to need access to reporting, or they're going to want reports pushed to them, right? So again, super critical you get that team right from the beginning. The other thing folks don't think about, again, usually becomes an afterthought, is in addition to service requirements, there's other things that happen that are required that you necessarily might not see as service that are really important. So an example of that, well, I'll give you a few. So one would be, let's say you have a customer who requires time deliveries. So you are going to tell the carrier that you're going to be there on this day at this time. Well, that's considered, like an expedited service, and you might not think so, because it ships in a standard truckload mode or it ships in a standard less than truckload mode, but you are required to guarantee a delivery at a date and time. At the shipment level, you're going to want to be able to show that, because the carriers need to know. The other one would be, maybe you have a pallet exchange program. So there are plenty of customers out there that ship their freight on pallets. And when delivery is made, the driver's actually taken the boxes off the pallet and you want the pallet back. That absolutely needs to be outlined in your service requirement. So again, think about what those carriers are required to do at pickup, at delivery, what they're required to do for their invoicing practices, what they're required to do for reporting. There's all types of things that you need support from your carriers outside of just making sure freight picks up and delivers. So to wrap this up, for your carrier sourcing strategy, you want to take care of your in-house stuff first. You want to make sure you've got your team developed, you've got your data in shape, and you've got your service requirements outlined. This is critical. Step one is all about you. Step two, we're going to talk about qualifying those carriers, which you now will have the ability to do, and you're going to be well on your way to the right carrier sourcing strategy, which I'm going to say again is a request for partnership, not a request for pricing.